Hi friends, it's Jen with Intentional Balancing, and I wanted to come and maybe break through some of the unknowns of biofeedback and maybe what holds people back from trying it. I just met with a gal today and was talking with her, and she'd heard me talk several times about biofeedback, but she was still unclear as to what it was. And so I figured, you know what, if she has these questions, I'm sure more people do too. So in a typical session, when you come in for biofeedback, we will already have had a phone call where we can start talking about the different ways that you feel you are stressed on a conscious level. So the day in, day out, busy calendar, running here to there, all the things that call our attention on a daily basis. What is it you feel that you're struggling with the most? So we start there, get an idea from that. But biofeedback really helps us tap into that subconscious part of ourselves that really runs our lives, but that we aren't fully aware of. So I have seen research that says it's 95%, but I also just heard another wonderful speaker talk about how it's 99% of our world, our thoughts, our beliefs, the way we run our lives is all ruled by our subconscious. 95 to 99%. I mean, that's pretty much everything that you do has some sort of tie back to something that was set back in your childhood or something that was learned, a learned behavior. Our thoughts and our beliefs are really kind of repetitive and we don't question them. It's just something that we do, that we know, it's how we behave. And so biofeedback helps get at that level, and it really helps work at reducing stress. So when you come in for a session, we get you hooked up. So you do have a rubber, there's like a rubber wrist and ankle straps. There's one that goes around your head for the neuro portion. And you just relax. Most people fall asleep within minutes of starting. So we start your session, and basically we have to calibrate. So we calibrate your energy, your body to the device that I have and the program, and it sends you about 11,000 different signatures that could be seen as stressful. So this could be emotional. This could be physical. It could be something related to your environment. It could be that it's to do with meridian flow. We all have meridian points along our body, and if these channels are not open, our energy cannot flow. There's just a whole host of different categories and topics and things, 11,000 signatures. So it really gets pretty specific. Once we calibrate and we do the testing, which is the part of 11,000 signatures, I get your stress profile for that day. After several sessions, we can compare these stress profiles and see what keeps coming up. So it's not so much that what you're stressed with today is that root issue, is that magical thing that we need to work on and focus on. But when we start finding that thread of, you know what, this particular thing has come up 3 times now, I think we should work on that. There's also a beautiful way that we can work on more of the NLP part, which is our emotion panel, which tends to do with how you function in your world. Are you somebody that starts projects? You start 15 projects, but you can't get past the starting phase. Do you find that you're stuck in the middle? You get all these projects started and then they just don't go anywhere. You're stuck trying to implement, plan, execute, make things happen. Or do you find that you get everything all the way, but you just can't quite finish that last little bit? And so you're stuck at the finishing part. All these different things we don't stop to think about because it's all subconscious. It's the way we deal and interact in our world. And so in my mind, after 17 years of nursing and then seeing what biofeedback can do for people working on an energetic level, and I've always been drawn to more of that energy. I mean, we are all energy. Everything around us, from the furniture we sit on, which is just more of a compressed, compact form of energy, but the thoughts and beliefs. I mean, it can be things you can sense, things you can touch, feel. All those things, everything is energy around us. So we work really hard at trying to consciously make sense of our world, and that can yield great benefits. But for the majority of the time, it also creates a lot of frustration, a lot of, I'm doing the best I can. I thought I was doing it all right. I really feel like I don't know what else to do. All these different thoughts come up. And so it's just something that, for me, dealing with stress and anxiety for most of my life, it really has helped me kind of find a new way of working on my stress and anxiety where I can take myself out of the mix. I can get in touch with that inner voice. I can find out from my body where it's holding stress. And then I can start working on it. There's no magic pill. There's no one quick fix that's going to solve all your problems. That's why I go through with my clients, some of my top 7 ways to reduce stress. It really is a whole host of things that really help you to live a better life, to reduce your stress. But you have to start looking at it as making small changes in your world so you can get a different outlook, so that you can find that change. Because if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. And for most people, that's very frustrating. So I hope this gives you a little idea of what a session would look like. It's not shocks. It's not anything that you can sense or feel. If anything, you get this subtle feeling that that there's an energy that's that some people don't even notice it. They fall asleep and they take a nice hour-long nap. But for some people, they might say, well, I kind of felt this or I kind of noticed that, but nothing that is unpleasant or that hurts or that makes you feel uncomfortable or anything like that. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I'll talk with you soon. Bye-bye.